moon manifesting reading for those who resonate with this message. I have picked 3 cards, and we have the last quarter moon in Virgo, which talks about attending to the details. What I'm picking up on this one is attending to the details, like where can you bring in a little bit more discipline in your own inner world, and is there anything in your life that you could really attend to a little bit more? Like if you are wanting to feel a certain way, if you're wanting to obtain a certain reality, this all comes from within, and how you really see yourself, how you go within, how you are, like how you're treating yourself, how you're caring for yourself, how you are like putting an importance on you and the things around you. Well, not material things, but like really coming from a place of pride. Are you looking after your body? Are you looking after your surroundings, your items? Looking after things, people, and whatever around you, pets. And really, what details can you attend to? Is there a way that you can speak better to yourself? Be more intentional with the words that you say, the way you are speaking towards others, the mental chatter in your mind. Are you having conversations with people in your mind about things that have not even happened, or you're replaying conversations? Like really honing in on the detail of all of these, and see where you can master a few places that may have gone a little bit haywire. And maybe there's scarcity mindset thinking, mental loops, mental conversations with people or situations or things that haven't even happened, or happened in the past, and you're replaying how a different way that you wanted it to go. Like, these are all the details in our life that we can work on, and we can actually, like, mastering the mind is mastering creating our reality. Once we master the mental plane, physically look after ourselves, and then spiritually connect everything, that's when everything connects, and we really start living and aligning with a reality that we want to be in, rather than one that is chaotic and out of control. And once we control and master the mind, the mental loops, then we actually start seeing the physical catch up to our desired reality. We've also got the last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. So this is like really looking after yourself, being kind to yourself, doing things from a place of actually wanting to do them. And when you've mastered like the discipline and the mental mastery, mental plane, then you're doing things from a place of like knowing and you're in alignment with where you're wanting to be, because sometimes we will like not want to do things because we're like, I don't feel like doing that. But like when you're in your desired reality, living from the person that is where you want to be, they do the uncomfortable things from a place of self-love as well, because we know self-love is not just doing the things we want to do. Self-love is also doing the things that we don't necessarily want to do, but we know we need to. And I don't even like using the word need. We just do it from a place of discipline and mastery, because we know who we are and we know what we're creating. And this is not to say like pushing yourself if something, pushing yourself beyond your capability, but also using some discipline. We tend to let our emotions get the better of us and be like, I don't feel like doing that. So this is really mastering yourself and also loving yourself. Self-love and discipline actually go really well together. And then the last one is the last quarter moon in Scorpio. They're all last quarter moon. So this is probably ending of an old frequency, that an old you that just keeps you stuck and small. And so mastering yourself, mastering the mind, and mastering discipline, and mastering like doing stuff from a place of like self-care and self-love, from knowing knowing what needs to be done to create your new reality, is closing that old chapter of a person that might have whined a lot, didn't want to do a lot of things, or like was like, oh, I don't feel like it today. And like, spirituality, we can get a little bit too in our emotions, where like it's actually spirituality is like mastering our mind and discipline, really disciplining ourselves to a level of mastery. Like you look at the Zen, the monks and Buddhists, and that they've got the mastery of the mind, and that whole connection, mind, body, soul. And so reveal what needs to be seen in Scorpio. So there might be some things that come up, and you were using these feelings of like, oh, I don't want to do that, or like maybe self-sabotage, because you're like, it's old patterning. It's like old patterning from the past, from an old frequency that like to keep you stuck. So then when you actually see, that's the old me that is wanting to keep me stuck, because using the self-mastery, discipline, and really mastering the mind, these are actually the skills to obtain to be in the desired reality. And although we kind of dream of being in our desired reality, some of us actually don't want to do the work to get there. Therefore, we never get there. So I really want you to just replay that, because that's so important. Are you willing? And this is where revealing of what needs to be seen. Are you willing to do the actual work that your desired reality, the person living in the end, needs to do to get there? Because if you're not, then realize you will always stay where you are. And sometimes that's uncomfortable for us to realize that to actually be in our desired reality, we have to really take a look at ourselves and look at what we need to do to get there, what we need to change, how we need to be. And a lot of the time it's not comfortable, and it's not easy. I'm like, when you're in that mindset, you don't even think of easy or hard, you just do. So, but when we're in like the older frequency of maybe complaining and being like, oh, that's hard, that's where the wording comes from. So just know that when you're in the right frequency, when you're maintaining that desire, being in the reality from the end, you just do it. It just is like, it's just who you are, you know? So yeah, this is just really, are you willing to do the work?